ちのセーラーもここではかなり素直に慣れてるみたいじゃないか。本当によかった。デートの中じゃそうはいかなかったからな。似て非なる別の世界。
Hello, hello, hello.
ああ、わかるさ。なんとなくだがな。メッセージが届いてるな。面倒かもしれんが、目は通しておけよ。単語や家業とは。
Yeah, so it's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks, and we just have Cat Flan and Patchy. No new DS. I'm starting pretty late, okay. I did this already. Yeah, we have a Patchy. And we have a Vampire. Almost at 1k cubes again, huh? I mean 10k cubes again. Oh, not again, for the first time rather. Because what? Yeah, last time I pulled the New Year's Reimu and Mars, right? And then I dropped. Okay, I'll just get into it, I guess. I got this spreadsheet. I got the images in the spreadsheet at least. That's why I was a little bit late. That's why I was just doing that. This is what? This is A10.5. That's surely. This is what? A17 and. But apparently, after having too much oil, I guess, and she becomes a cat. Okay. Oh, these the feet like paws are actually very interesting. Like because like cat paws. Oh, interesting. Like the big flat like thing that's like kind of like the heel, right? No, that's not the heel. The heel is like up. But usually there's a bend here at the paw, right? But like it's like costume boots, right? Costume cat boots, I guess. But like it's made to fit the human or the vampire foot, which is why it doesn't look like a cat foot, I guess. Jeez, those are huge paws though. Those are some huge paws. Okay. We are live, right? Yeah, I think so. Oh, really? I can't do the step up.
うちのサグメ様は悪い人じゃない。あれは不器用ってだ
There
け
we
で、
go.
うちの
Should
思
I
いを
buy
忘れさせない。
monetaries?
だからこそなんとかしてやりたい。
It's like 1,000, 2,000, 1,500, 2,000-ish, 2,500-ish, 2,800-ish,
ここではかなり素直になれてるみたいじゃないか。
I have like 3,000-ish of nitaries, huh? So I guess do not buy them. Do not buy monetaries yet. Ooh. Oh, good thing I don't have 600, huh? I actually did that before. I accidentally did the 600 pull. And then I contacted support and they were like, oh, too bad. Valentine's Day, that's kind of funny. Like they're encouraging you to have an e-girl for Valentine's Day. Okay, I guess we can start with Flan, since he was first. And the design is what? Let me see, it's a cat, so... And she's like... It looks like she's like 6, so... If I maybe like 9. It looks like she's 9, and she's wearing a cat costume. Okay. Yes, a good yen attack stat, and she can't decide if she's slice or hard. And she's slice, so... Okay. At least a sub 1,000 yen attack. So it's like a positive thing, I guess. There isn't even a cat spirit, right? It's like an otter spirit, an eagle spirit, and is it a cow spirit? Otter, eagle, bull, or cow, or something. A fox? Is there a fox? A17 and... Wait, 17 isn't even... 17 weakest beast and really... I thought 16 is 16 is hidden star in 4 seasons, right? But maybe 17 is the willy beast and weakest whatever creatures. Otters, eagles, wolves. Yeah, and cats, Don't forget cats. There's the cat spirit. Yes. Never really liked those mechanics too much, huh? I always end up going back to like 8 and 7. And like 6. And it's like the pure Danmaku dodging, even though I'm not really that good at it anyway, but... Okay, off topic, off topic. The coffee is too sweet. Leva meow. Vep kitty attack. What is Vep? Like vampire? Would they mean vamp? What is Vep? See, she's fire star. It's like predominantly fire, right? It's like 4 fire lines and each thing. Oh, oh, fire. Oh. And all cards, I guess. Okay, this music is too... Wait, I don't have to do that. Okay, let's go to the let's go with the classic music. That music is too hectic for to be talking over. And the breaking, the anomaly, I mean, is 2. Yeah, so I guess they're really done with the inline anoms and all that. Okay, this one is 0. Okay. And this is 2 burn on a 4 CD. AoE, 2 burn on 4 CD. Below. That's good. Higher. Below average. Anom. Yeah, 4 anom is like kind of down there, right? It's like below fest. Self crit attack II. Maybe that's for 3 turns though. No how actually self for 3 turns is if it's party for 3 turns, then that's something. Is there anything interesting here? Any stun or whatever? No. Any stun? No, no. And the last word does not inflict more anoms. Okay, inflicts 1, breaks 1, but I don't think we really care about that. The debuff is not bad, it's just 6, you're 6 in death down. Why does she have self? Oh, these are hearts. Okay, that's kind of wacky. It has 3 in down on skill 3, it's just a 6 CD. And 3 in the password. It's fire energy, she's a heal unit. There's no like... There's no special card for that, I'm pretty sure. So she just has a 95% 95% card for her last word. Which is Naraka, is it? I think Naraka. Or is there a different fire energy card? I think there might be another one for fire energy, but I don't think there's anything with a special effect or extra effect. Like you can go worlds and heads, I guess. And you can use the D card. Oh, you can use the D card with the defense down. The energy D card with the defense down. Oh, that would bring her to 9 defense down, which is something. It's something. Okay. support. So just to recap, I'm looking for accuracy, attack, crit attack. Crit accuracy if that matters. So she does have some kind of killer, so I would say crit attack matters. If they have no killer and no crit accuracy, then crit attack doesn't really matter. I see a bit of accuracy here. It's an ST card. That's no good because you need accuracy on AoE card. There's yin and crit here itself, but it's on AoE card. It's always better to be on AoE card. There's no accuracy on the skills. There's no crit yin or whatever. And she has crit accuracy on boost, which is kind of useless for herself, and very few units benefit from that. Okay. Oh, she does have slice and hard. Whoops. Wait, what? Okay. I totally missed that. For some reason, I just saw the slice. Okay. Blah blah blah. He has like these accuracy lines here, which is kind of awkward. Okay. Very little, very selfish. Firstly, self, crit, and yin on AoE, self, act, D. Self, act, AG, yin attack. Yin dash, okay. It's not quite enough, right? Not easy. Here's next buffs by so Ek is only yeah. So her buffs are actually quite bad. They're all self, and it's like it's also not enough. Parity, crit, attack, raise, was it? How many of these dolls do I have now? I've not pulled a single one of these units because they're all like, none of them have been worth the dolls or the cubes for me. I have 24 of them. I could make 100 luck unit. Oh right. It also says a heal unit. She only gets one bind remove though. Yeah, that's actually strange, right? She's a heal unit. It's 75%. It's a heal unit and with very little party support. Usually the heal units are like kinda good at support. So I guess it's cool that she's like that they're like kind of breaking the norm. But like I've never seen a unit with so many self buffs and like not parity buffs before. The only party buff that she has is crit act, literally. Okay, so to summarize, the breaks are pretty bad. Again, they're like a bit bad. Support is only self, right? And as for the only self part, I guess it's reasonable. And the debuffs are good, actually, they're good. Debuff and skill is always solid, right? Because then you can nuke gates 2, and then use your skill to help your friend nuke gates 3. And then last word is yeah, so okay, so how much damage does she do? That's a real question, right? That's kind of just the biggest factor nowadays. Because if you don't do enough damage, then you're just useless. So 180 slice and hard. On the human killer line. fairy killer is interesting actually. There's so many stages that would like you to have fairy killer. Human fairy on the last line as well, with a lot of hardened slice. Okay, interesting. 80 hearts slice on line 1. How do I put heart plus slice, right? Not heart plus slice. Human fairy soul color on lines 1 and 6. So these two lines look very promising, right? It's 13 by 3, this is 5 by 23. There's like what, 215, and this is like, that's 50 power, so it's like 260, 70-ish power on lines 1 and 6, and then the other lines have like what, 35, 70, 106, 140, 150. What did I say this was? It's like 300 plus or something. 320 or something. So like, okay, so 2/3 of a line 1 and 6 actually represent 2/3 of her damage, approximately. Two-thirds of the bullet power, and even more if you take into account the card, right? Because these star lines are not affected by the card. So there's actually a lot of weightage to these to line 1 and 6, even just on the bullet power, right? Not including the, which is a very positive sign for her, because these are the bullet lines with the killer and the scaling. It's actually in practice going to be very difficult to max out her both her agility and defense, right? She only gets 3+3 here, and then 3+3 here. The agility is easy to max out because there's a lot of party agility from like common characters. Defense, not so much. I guess she could use like Patchy support. That might be good for her. So let's look at the damage calcs. Post this on the stream. Let's see. I don't find it. They probably call her something else, right? Cat. So it's Cat. They probably gave her a weird name. That's why I can't find her. What? That shows the universe. A17. A17. Ah, they call it Neko Flan. Oh, it's actually pretty high up there. Like I thought. I thought it might be pretty high up there, and it's actually really high. What the? There you go. So this is the top. I'll just get rid of this. Okay. This is the top LAT Patchy because she has to double her like this is not very it's like not always feasible, right? Because I mean actually it's like kind of feasible, right? But obviously this is with the double her attack skill. This is also with the double her attack skill. This is actually quite a lot, huh? Considering that Blue Moo does not have a double your attack skill. LD Sanai, Kanako, so whatever. And then we have C5 Koishi. It's honestly, I'm still surprised it's so high, but she does have a like plus 75% attack skill. Like all of these have most of these have a wacky skill. Okay, then we have Shinky, right? We have Shinky here. And then above Shinky is Neko Flan. Wow, she's above Shinky. That's actually, it's kind of crazy. Let's break this down, okay? So, what does this number actually mean? So this number firstly means you're maxed on max all your stats. So max yin attack, max yin defense, and max agility in this case. And it's without any crits, right? Because she cannot guarantee crit. Okay. And it also assumes that you hit. No, I mean, okay. With killer, but not so with the crit killer, right? But I'm assuming these lines do not crit because they do not have enough killer. It's like a threshold they use for the killer. So it assumes that you hit human fairy soul killer. It assumes that you're maxed yin attack, crit attack, agility, and yin defense. Okay. And then you also have like her own crit attack up skill. And then you're hitting the damage to effective 30% up. And how many of these things are feasible? Human fairy soul is okay. I can see you hitting that. If you hit it on all 3 enemies, it might be not as likely. But there's a lot of stages with 2 fairy like side enemies, so I can see it. Hitting effective, we are not doing, right? Because there's probably not all the enemies that are weak to fire. So there's like, so maybe you hit killer on the one that's not weak to fire, or something like that, and then you hit fire on the one that's weak to fire, but not the killer. If you're lucky. Okay, so so the killer is one condition, effective is one condition. Another condition is actually maxing all the stats, which is impossible. It's literally impossible for her to do that in the meta where every gate they refresh your buffs, or like they get rid of your buffs. Now like every gate is like tier 1 buff remove, tier 1 buff remove. And how many turns does she need to max her buffs? 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns, 4 turns. So after 4 turns, she's at +6 of all her buffs. Which is just awful, right? The last word gives her 0 buffs. 0. Wow, that's actually crazy. So she needs heavy support as well. How does she hit this damage? A shit ton of support, right? How good is the non-effective damage number? See that the effective is 6 million and this is 6.8 million, this is 2.6 million. And if you go down to like Gatekeeper, it's almost the same ineffective, right? 2.3 mil, but this is 4 million. Why? Because Gatekeeper doesn't have damage to effective up. Okay, so Nayaka is still the best card, by the way. Okay, so what's in this? 1.3 million no killer, neutral no killer, so you can't set up dual scaling, and the killers and various are pretty mid. Don't expect to be seeing this number much. Yeah, that's kind of exactly what I said, huh? Okay, so actually, like, equals very high. But damage potential right above pinky. That impossible. It's the power for in red slash a G slash F. And needs to hit killer. And also damage to F. So, yeah, so and there's also the argument, like the idea that how much damage do you actually need? And you see these units with like what 2 million plus neutral damage, or like 2 million plus neutral, and like 7 million of effective, right? And then you scroll down a bit and you see that Yuyuko is at 1.6 million, C3 Yuyuko, 1.6 million neutral. And she's nuking res like all the time, right? She's nuking resistance like all the time. And she's just very convenient to use because she hits killer, right? So you don't have to care about killer. You don't have to care about... she crits regardless of killer. So if the enemies have weird killers, she's the one that you use. See how is it? So she has crit. She has crit accuracy instead of killer, so you don't need to hit killer. Yeah. And then you see not P3, LAT Reimu, right? LAT Reimu is just nuking whatever. It's 2 million. Who else is like? Who else is like kind of good? Butler is like nuking. She's like 1.7 million. These are some of the units that I've used, right? But obviously, if you're able to max out. So okay, so borderline is that like if you're like above, like I don't know, if you're above like here, if you're like somewhere here, if you have like 1.5 million and above, then like who cares, right? You're kind of just nuking anyway. Having a bigger number, I guess, future-proofs you a bit. But you also have to think about whether it's achievable. Because you need killers, you need buffs and all that shit, right? So Neko Flan should not be blue. Oh really? Yeah, honestly, I disagree with the number of units that you hit to be killer, right? So this thing says that primary killer, so like you need to hit 80 units for the killer to count in the damage calc, which is a good way to do it because it's very objective. It's not subjective. It's not like, oh, there's a lot of humans or there's a lot of fairies or whatever. So, and in a calculation like this, you want to be very objective. You should try and keep the subjectivity out. But then again, certain units appear a lot more often in DS. Like protagonists, which are all humans. Okay, most of them are humans. So human is like, it doesn't hit as many units, but there's like kind of a bit more weight to it. Because ultimately, they like tend to put popular characters in DS, or like as enemies, I guess. And these popular characters, there's like more humans in them, I guess. If you look at that would be interesting actually, to look at all the past enemies that had a DS and what killers hit them. E3 Yuyuko is... Yeah, so he gets around the 50 for the killer damage, exactly, that's what, yeah. E3 Yuyuko has damage to resist, really? Oh, wait, really? I never realized that. Number is 120. You mean it's not 80, it's 120 or what? You mean this should be 120 plus? Bye Hibby, bye Hibby. Very high potential damage number with the funds. Yeah, also the second thing is fairies. There's so many like fairy enemies and like EB and like even like Soul. Is it Soul? No, those are those yokais. But there's so many fairy enemy like side enemies in the DS, right? Like just not like any character, but just like the generic fairy enemies. The fairy killer is also like human killer and fairy killer are like a bit better than like the numbers might show, I guess. Beds. Oh. 0 party support, except self support. It's very slow, breaking below average. Okay. But very interesting unit though. Interesting that they gave her the high damage number. Okay, Patchy. Patchy is a little bit exciting, right? Because she is a fast unit. And with fast units, it can be like pullable even though they're not extremely strong because what was I saying? Because she's a fast unit, right? So she's very cheap. She's very cheap to I was gonna say cheap to produce for some reason, but yeah, cheap to obtain again. I'm saying cheap to produce like it's like I'm playing Age of Empires or some shit. But not cheap to produce, cheap to both a pull for with cubes and also to limit break, of course, and even to luck, max luck. But the luck mechanic is like whatever. It's not that important, honestly. So right, okay, so but also on the flip side, they tend to give out free festival units, right? So if you wait for like 1 year, then you might just get her for free. Like this Daily Forever Prayer, right? Even Fest and U-Fest. Like some of these units are not even 1 year old, I think. How old is this Saturday? There we go. So Saturday is she's already like what, 6 months old? She's 6 months old and she's now in Forever Prayer. So you might be like, oh, you know, like the idea of limited units is that you feel that if you don't get them now, then they'll be gone forever or something. But there are just so many units now, right? And they just like they keep on giving out units. So I guess it's kind of true, right? You might not get it again, blah blah blah. It's like random and all that. And also they kind of stopped like rerunning festival units as much as they used to. They used to have an A series fest banner like every week, every other week or some shit. But yeah, okay, fast unit, so it gets me a bit excited to see what they can pull out, because with a fast unit, the unit can still have like major flaws, or like the unit could be very specific or very situational, but very good in that situation. And then you can still pull for her because she's cheap, right? So you don't mind if she's not universally good. Oh, this splash art is very basic, like extremely basic. I wonder if they got lazy there or something. Also, 10.5 is like, it's IANP, is it IANP? Or is it SWR? Oh, stun? No, never mind. Oh, inflict poison on these. Oh, this looks kind of nice. The animation, or like at least this thing here. Ooh, she has no LE lines. Is that a Patchy thing or what? She has fire sign, water sign, and rainbow last word. Okay. I guess that's a very Patchy thing. 3 freeze break on last word is interesting. There's 2 para breaks here, and para break here, but no inflict. Okay. A lot of Patchy ults, they have very good anomaly breaks, and this, oh, what the, but this like really is not the case for this Patchy. And the Patchy ult template is like a lot of anomaly breaks, rainbow elements, and like good last word damage. As like A6 Patchy is like that, Mage is like that, even L80 Patchy is kinda like that, right? Good anomaly breaks, rainbow elements, good last word damage, and like middling support. Problem with this skill, heal all bearer status, is that it's too late. You need this like, because the enemies inflict freeze, and then you get delayed. And then that's it, right? And then next turn, you can use this to remove the freeze, but then they inflict freeze again. It should be like negate the next 3. That would be cool. Negate the next 3 bearer status that's gonna be inflicted on you, or something. But this is like just pathetic though. 1 paralyze is like just pathetic. Okay. The breaks is what? 5 fire on ST, 4 water. AoE. AoE breaks 2 para. Skill 1 para on or CD. At least make this like 1 CD if it's gonna be 1 para. That might be interesting. 1 para on 1 CD, and the para lasts for 3 turns. So you can stack a few para and then break it, you know, something like that. It wouldn't be great, but it would be interesting. And then yeah, so def be low. So average announce elements be so the last word is sun laser. Do we have a sun laser? We do, right? We just got one. The raisin card. This does break 3 freeze. Is that of note? Is that something of note? It depends on how fast it comes, I guess. Like you could inflict some poison, and then so you have 3 poison, 3 freeze, and then an elemental break. That could work, I guess. But then you'll need like lots of front-loaded damage, or like turn 1 damage. Already crit self yang. Why does she have so much like bearer status? She has 1600 yang, 750 yin, interesting. And she has 1450 agility. Actually quite good stats for a fast unit, isn't it? Also she's a yang patchy. We have like 2 yang patchies and 2 yin patchies, right? And then we have 1 L1 patchy. Oh, she has yang buff down. That's nice. I don't like how rainbow this is. If they should give her damage to res, dude, that would be good. Gray's crit attack. And 6 CD. Support including self buffs. There's a bit of agility and yang attack. This will help her nuke the last gauge. She has Gray's crit attack. It does have good killer actually. She's actually kind of lacking a lot of support, right? There's very little yang attack. Yes, a bit of, what's this? 1? Okay, 1 is like... And she has 1... How much yang? 1 yang attack here. Very little yang attack. In lines. There. At inline. 1 egg. Okay, 1 egg inline on. Here we says ST cards. And crit attack on boost. On Graves. She has no extension for that. Yeah, so this is quite lacking. AG on skill 3 and B. Quite lacking. Give her like a yang attack on boost and damage to resistance up. It's looking like a very meh unit, unfortunately. The breaks are too bad and the support's too bad. Doesn't matter how much damage he does. Yeah, there we go. Barely passable. So this 2 million to effective, or like 1.7 million, and other units have there we go, 1.7 million, and other units have, yeah, I just got distracted by the C5 Flan, who's right below her. But yeah, this is like a 1 million res, 1.7 effective. It's like, it's below Enoko, which is kind of funny. And like other units are having like 2 million plus, right? Or like, no, I mean, okay. This 1.7 million figure to effective is like what other units, like the good units, have to resist, right? They have 2 million plus to resist. Then she has 1.7 to effective. Here. This means that if she hits like a... Yeah, it's partly because of this, right? It's rainbow. If she hits a sun weak enemy, she does 1.7 million. But other units that are not sun hitting the same enemy, and they're getting resisted, but they're still doing like 2 million damage or whatever. Okay, damage is like a rainbow, red LED, sun, last word. Showcase 140 slice, but hard to get. And then what? Look at this bullet line with nothing on it. There's no effect on this bullet line. Good killer though. Good killer. Oh. Human yokai. Garbage. Human yokai garbage. They're only on like 2 lines, right? Still have cat sand over here. A10.5 patch. I tried to like have the thing at the bottom, and the reason is because firstly there's like a bit of space. Because Lost Word takes up like this whole like area. And then I have like me and the chat, and then there's like a space at the bottom, right? And then I tried to put that text there, that if you're scrolling through the video, then you can actually like kind of see what's happening now as by the text at the bottom. But yeah, I never remember to change it, so oh well. Otherwise, I don't know what else to put at the bottom anyways. Unfortunately, Emmett's ceiling is quite low. So yeah, for damage and not for damage ceiling and not easy to reach. For breaks, one are not much skill. Quite bad support. She struggles with acting. Whatever. Yeah, it's like one of the worst fast units, honestly, right? Possibly the worst A-fast. Okay, the early ones were kind of bad, right? But possibly the worst A-fast. Definitely, right? Be the worst A-fast in the past year. Is there a worse A-fest in the past year? I don't know. Journal? Is Journal like A7 Journal? Is she in the past year? I don't know. Okay, we're done here. We're done. There was 2 weeks of content, by the way, that the game has to offer, so yeah. I didn't want to do a stream last week just for Cat Flan, so I came back this week to do a stream. And then there's what? There's not much spell, right? There's just I mean, it's just words. I come back this week and it's just one more new unit as well, so it's also not much. You've been on the last word hiatus for 6 months. Anything good happened? No. Go back to playing I don't know, whatever else you're playing. Yeah, nothing great has happened, yeah. Okay. Bye bye.